Introduction to the Slaying of Tiamat, Book 5 of the 7 Tablets of Creation. The fourth movement of the epic does not begin with birth. It begins with collision. If the earlier books traced emergence, rebellion, and the negotiation of kingship, this volume confronts the necessary proof of that kingship. Sovereignty in Mesopotamian cosmology cannot remain theoretical. It cannot rest upon rhetoric, coronation, or symbolic decree alone. Authority must demonstrate its efficacy against resistance. It must confront what refuses alignment, and what stands before it now is vast. Tablet 4 is therefore not merely a battle scene, it is a theological test, one upon which the stability of heaven itself depends. At the heart of this confrontation lies what scholars call the chaos camp, the struggle against chaos. Across the ancient Near East, storm gods rise against sea dragons, sky confronts abyss, structure faces undifferentiated depth. Yet in the Babylonian telling, the struggle is not ornamental mythic drama, it is the axis upon which creation itself turns. The primordial waters, Apsu and Tiamat, were once mingled in stillness. From the unity came differentiation, from differentiation came generational ascent. But differentiation does not guarantee stability, structure remains vulnerable so long as it rests upon uncontained vastness. The sea remembers its priority, the deep resists confinement. Tiamat is not merely fury given form, she is magnitude, unbounded, expanse without horizon, depth without measure in her swelling body, and in the monstrous host she births, the cosmos confronts its own pre-architectural state, a reminder that order is neither natural nor inevitable, it must be imposed. This is why Marduk's kingship, secured in Book 3 through assembly and decree, cannot remain untested. Sovereignty declared must become sovereignty enacted. The gods have granted him supreme authority, the 50 names, the scepter and throne. But until he faces the sea and survives its immensity, kingship remains provisional. In Mesopotamian thought, creation is not gentle unfolding, it is containment. The sea must be bounded, the upper waters must be restrained. The heavens must be bolted lest chaos break through. Even after Tiamat falls, bars and guards are set. The cosmos is not purified of chaos, it is organized against it. This distinction is essential, unlike later theological traditions that imagine creation as ex nihilo, creation from nothing. The Babylonian imagination sees the world as fashioned from something dangerous. Tiamat's body becomes the material of heaven and earth. Her divided form becomes structure, her eyes release rivers, her channels shape geography, creation emerges from conquest. The violence is not incidental, it is generative. When Marduk casts his net, unleashes the winds, and pierces the heart of the sea dragon, he does more than defeat an adversary. He transforms primordial substance into order adversary. The corpse of chaos becomes the scaffolding of civilization. Heaven is stretched from her upper half, earth is fixed from her lower. What once resisted measurement becomes the very measure of reality. Yet this transformation carries cost. The world is built not from absence, but from wound. Every bounder remembers what it restrains. Thus Tablet 4 answers a foundational question. How does order come to exist in a world born from undifferentiated vastness? The answer is not harmony, it is sovereignty exercised, yet this sovereignty is not arbitrary domination. Marduk does not annihilate the sea into nothingness, he splits, shapes, secures, assigns, he turns magnitude into boundary. He transforms opposition into infrastructure. Chaos is not erased, it is domesticated. This cosmology reveals a profound political theology. Just as the divine king subdues primordial rebellion to establish stable cosmos, so too earthly kings must contain instability to preserve society. Order requires vigilance, authority must be both recognized and effective. Without centralized command, fragmentation invites collapse. The battle between storm and sea is therefore not spectacle alone. It is the necessary passage from potential to permanence. Before the arrow flies, the universe tightens. After it strikes, the work begins. For in the Babylonian imagination, the world is not born in peace. It is built from the body of a defeated ocean.